can hear you now.
You can hear me?
Yes. For a while you were like, you didn't show up.
Did you? I just texted you. I'm like, I got kicked off. All right, it's 9:15, so I'm recording it. We're going to start. For those of you guys that are here, thank you. It lets us know who we should pay attention to and focus on, really, and help when you guys need it. So I am going.
Hit record.
It is recording. Does it say recording in your screen, Britt?
Ashley, you're like still on the screen. Something is not right.
Hold on.
Yes, it says recording.
Okay. And you can see my screen?
Yes.
All right, good.
Well, yeah, there we go.
Okay. See it now? Better?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to talk about social media, inviting, and Success Club. And then at the end, we just want to touch on being active as a coach. So you guys join this knowing that social media is a part of our job. It's a big part of our job because Beachbody coaching, it is network marketing. So when we say be proof of the product and make sure that you're sharing your journey, you're doing this all on social media. And Brittany, what would you say? Like, I pretty much built my business 99.9% just on Facebook alone.
Yeah, it's definitely Facebook. I wish that I was better with Instagram. I just like what I'm trying to do now is share from Instagram to Facebook so I can kind of do both, because before I was just doing Facebook, but definitely started. That's where I've started. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to touch on that too, like Instagram and other platforms. But basically, Facebook is a blessing because number one, it's free. So it's not a business expense that we have to pay for like you would in any other business. And sorry, she's whining. And there's a lot of connections that you can make. You could tap into your warm market and your cold market just on your social media. So when we're posting on social media, there's 3 things I want you guys to keep in mind. You always want to have a clear visual of whatever picture you're posting, whether it's a selfie, a picture of your food, a picture of your workouts, whatever. Make sure it's clear, blurry, and pretty much like a scroll stopper. Because most of the people that are on Facebook now, they're never really on their computers anymore. They're usually always on their phone. So when people are scrolling on their phone, they want to see pretty much an eye-catching picture that they're going to stop, and check out. Number 2.
Ashley, you're going. Does anyone else realize that she's going in and out? You're going in and out.
Oh my God. All right. Am I going in and out now?
Yeah, it's almost like the connection is not stable.
All right, Britt, do you want to read off my slides then?
Yeah, I mean.
Do you want me to try to just go for it and then just stop me if it's like really bad?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let me go back. All right, so
go back on what you were just talking about because it was kind of stopping.
Okay, so we want to have 3 things to keep in mind when we're on and posting on our social media. So you want to have clear visuals.
Okay. I think I'm going to have to help you here.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and read them.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. It's cutting in really bad. Nobody can really hear.
What the hell?
You there, Ashley?
Yeah, I'm here.
She might have got kicked off. Okay, so whenever you guys are posting on social media, like she was saying, make sure that you have clear pictures. Nobody wants to see, pictures that are unclear. And a lot of times you'll see somebody put like words or something on the photos. Don't get too carried away with that because before you know it, it's going to take away from you being you. And people are going to notice that you've got all these like words and text and everything else on there. And hi.
What the hell is happening?
Okay, you want to try it like this? Maybe it's whenever you're screen sharing.
Yeah, so you know what I'll do? I'll read off the slides, and then I'll post the slides in our team page so you guys have visuals. Is that
Sounds
cool?
Good. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll read off the slides now, and then after I will share the slides in our page.
Better.
Okay, let's start all over again. Sorry, guys, for those that are on a time crunch.
I was kind of rereading about the clear visual and stuff like that. So go to the next one.
So you guys understand that. You want to be you. So one thing a lot of new coaches do is we tell them, hey, go follow a couple other top coaches just to get ideas and inspiration from their posts. Don't go ahead and copy word for word from their posts, because the people that know you know that is not you. You are not that person. You just want to use it for basically inspiration and just to get an idea of what to post and how to post. You don't want to go word for word with other people's posts. And you want to give value. Okay, so now when you're trying to be yourself and you're posting on social media, you want to go ahead and you want to share emotion, whether it's happy, sad, something that's heartfelt or eye-opening to somebody. If you guys have like something negative to say, put a positive twist on it at the end of the post. Nobody wants to sign on Facebook and see people bitching and complaining. You want to show what you're doing. So no matter what you're doing, if you're sitting there drinking coffee, you can post about it. If you're going to walk your dog, you can post about it. People want to see what you're doing. You could share your struggles. You could share your achievements. Another good thing to relate to people is sharing your childhood. You know, if you had a great childhood, you could share that. If you had a shitty childhood, which a lot of people nowadays, they come from broken homes, you guys could share that. Why would you share that? Because you're relating to other people. You're having a connection and you're building connections and relationships with people on your social media. And then another thing that you could share are goals that you eventually want to reach.
Vision board.
Yeah, vision board is great. That was actually, I think everybody's in our challenge group, and I haven't seen any visuals. So you guys.
Well, I think Heather made it. She did one. I haven't seen it. I don't think she shared it in our challenge group, but I saw it somewhere on her page or something.
Yeah, Heather, when we're done, go ahead and share that in our challenge group, and maybe we'll get some other challengers starting to post some stuff like that. Third, your posts, you always want to give value. So kind of like just be like, don't think to yourself, oh, okay, I have to post 3 to 5 times today. So let me just post it. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Hey, Ashley, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
No.
Oh my God.
You just keep cutting out so bad. I don't know what it is.
All right, Britt, you want to just read off the slides that I sent to you on your phone then?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Because I don't want to screen share my thing if it's going to jack everybody up.
Hang on. I'll get it. Okay, we were talking about the story. Hold on.
What it is.
Okay, your achievements, your childhood, your goals. Okay, so whenever you are giving value and you're sharing something, make it into your own post. Don't just hit the share button, because I see a lot of times people on their Facebook wall, it's like, do they even have a Facebook, or do they just share stuff all day long? For example, say that you're sharing Lindsay Matway's income for the year or her favorite recipe. Don't hit share. Go ahead and make it into a post and maybe screenshot it and put it into your own post. But you could potentially be leading somebody to her instead of you. Do you guys know what I mean? It's happened before, so I'm just giving that tip. Do-it-yourself things. I've been posting a lot of do-it-yourself things because that's what's going on in my life right now. And people, it's actually been a good thing. People are loving, seeing it, and it brings a lot of interaction to my page. It doesn't always have to be Beachbody. And another thing, like if you follow the top coaches, like a lot of them will post a short workout, like a sit-up video, not the entire workout video, because before you know it, you can get hammer and chisel on Amazon. Like you kind of want to relate the person to you and what you're doing and give them some kind of value and some kind of reason to come back to you as their coach.
Yeah. Can I touch on that real fast? Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Like I post a lot of my workout, and I usually don't post like one move. I'll post quite a few, but I'll speed it up. But if you notice, like my video last night, I wrote this program. I'm not posting hammer and chisel. a lot of people will. We're not saying don't ever do that. You can just, I wouldn't just do it all the time because like Brittany said, they'll go on Amazon. You want them to reach out and private message you, and you want to build that relationship and connection with that person. That's it.
Definitely. Ashley, if you don't break up, I'll come back to you about personal development. Talk about that. Like what, you know, your mindset, personal development.
Okay, so personal development guides. If this business, I heard from another coach's call a couple weeks ago. Sorry, she's whining. That if you're not doing personal development, you're not moving your business forward. And you hear that a lot with Success Club, but I would say this business isn't really based on a lot of selling. It's based on growing as a person. So you guys need to be doing personal development every single day. I can tell you firsthand that if I didn't do personal development, I wouldn't be a coach, and I would probably be depressed and probably want to kill myself. I have been through so many struggles, and I'm sure each and every one of you have been too. But I've been living with cancer for the past, almost in April, it will be 2 years. If I didn't care about myself or my life, I don't know what I would do. And I wouldn't have the mindset that I do now if it wasn't for personal development, if it wasn't for growing my own self. So you guys have to be doing personal development every single day.
I just got the compound effect, I think it's called.
Yeah.
So I'm starting that.
Yeah, the compound effect is great. I think Barbara's doing that one too. And Slight Edge by Jeff Olson is really good if you guys want to check that out. Also, it's down there, value of a coach. So you could share little tidbits on why it's valuable to have a coach, why you pretty much benefit from your coach and why you benefit from being a coach. And then you also want to share the value of the products. You don't want to just go ahead and be like, okay, I have my Shakeology today. Day one. No, that's kind of boring. Like, share what it does for you. Same with like any of the Beachbody performance lines. Share what it does for you. Feel free to like get in depth with your posts. You don't have to word vomit, but just don't slap a shitty post up there. All right. So our next slide is inviting, and you guys will see that in our group page. So there's 4 things I want you to keep in mind that you have to do, because this will make inviting much easier. You want to grow your network because you'll be adding people. It's the easiest thing for you guys to do. You go to the top of your Facebook page, you hit like the friends, and there should be like a list of people.
Ashley,
you want to start?
You're freezing. Hey, you're freezing up really bad.
Check your chat.
Okay. Invite, plan your month. Your posts are going to do the work. Okay. So I have been using a platform called Teamsy to help me do my invites because I am a slacker with that. I have let fear hold me back. And last year when I went to Summit, I made the decision that I'm not going to do that. Well, it's so easy to tell yourself you're not going to do it. But if you don't follow through and follow up, it's going to hold you back. So what you need to do is plan out your month, plan out your power hour, make sure that you are going to be sending at least 3 to 5 invites a day. Okay. And I know that no is scary, but you can turn those no's into yeses different ways. And we'll cover that on another day. But, I know that some of you are stay-at-home moms. Some of you might work. I work. So it's kind of harder for me to plan, you know, how it's going to go because, I mean, I'm busy. I'm just going to put it out there. I like to get up in the morning, do my workout, get my shower, take the kids to school. So that starts at like 4:30 in the morning because before you know it, it's 8 o'clock and it's time to leave the house. So it's really important to plan things out. Even if something comes up and, you know, it doesn't happen that day, don't slash all the tires. Like, make sure later on that night, maybe you like to watch a TV show with your husband. Use that hour instead of watching the TV and do your power hour. Or like, you know, a lot of you stay-at-home moms, when your kids are sleeping, go ahead and take that hour and get your work done. You know, send out your invites, add 3 to 5 new friends. make a post up that you feel like it's going to be a really good one and you don't want to forget it, but right now you've already posted something. So make posts and put them in your notes section in your phone. If you see like a really good something at Ulta and you're like, oh, I really want to post about that. Women love free beauty tips. So send it out there and, just let them know, hey, this is my favorite concealer. I think Ashley did that not that long ago. And, it gets a lot of traction. So that's basically what, you want to do. You want to build relationships with people. You want to have them interact on your posts. And then when you're inviting, it doesn't feel as awkward because you've already kind of connected with them in some sort of way. I feel like what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to go back to my posts that got 100 plus likes, and I'm going to be like, okay, out of these 100 people, who do I not connect with all of the time? Like Ashley or Heather or whoever, they all are coaches on the team. They already like all my stuff. Okay, let's put them on a list. Let's take the other 95, write them down, and be like, I really want to start liking their posts. I want to comment. I want to interact with them. So when I invite them, it's not awkward. The law of attraction, that's kind of like what I was just talking about. It's a like for like type thing. You like their stuff, they're going to start seeing you more. You're going to pop up on their news feed more. I don't know if you guys all know, but Facebook uses an algorithm. It's kind of hard to explain, but you're not going to see every one of your friends in your news feed. You're going to see most of the people that you interact with most. So that's why we like to say, start going and interacting with new people. If you add somebody new to your Facebook, write their name down on a list and start, liking their photos. Send them a message. Oh my God, I saw your daughter had the cutest dress on. Where'd you get it? Different things like that. And when you're doing all of these things, make sure that you're following up. If you do not follow up, then somebody else can swipe right in and, connect with them and invite them. And potentially you've lost either a customer or a challenger or whatever the case may be. Ashley, you want me to keep going? Success Club?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you touch on like planning your month out?
Go ahead.
Okay. So when we talk about like planning your month out, everyone has goals. So most of the time we're like, all right, we want to hit Success Club 5, we want to hit Success Club 10, we want to help 5 new people, whatever. Set dates on that every month. So for me, I have a certain goal that I want to hit. I want to hit SC10, usually by the 15th, like the middle of the month. So I focus on my challengers and helping people out in the beginning of the month. So the end of the month, I can put all my energy onto my coaches. So just think about your month and think about your schedule and go ahead and plan it out according to your goals. That's pretty much it. Oh, and when we say like relationship building and inviting, we don't want you guys to go ahead and be like, hey, do you want to join my challenge group? And like, that's the first invite that you send out to somebody, right? Like like Brittany said, when you're liking and commenting on their pictures, feel free to go ahead and bring that comment or question that you have to that person to a private message so you can get the conversation going in a private message, and then you could go ahead and invite them there. And like she said, it's not going to be that awkward. Okay, Success Club.
Okay. So I'm just going to ask, and I'm going to look on the group chat, who all knows what Success Club is and why it's important? Of course. Anyone else? No? Heather, Catherine. Okay. Okay, so Success Club. Success Club is something that you should make a non-negotiable in your business. The reason why, if you are not hitting Success Club every month, then something somewhere is going wrong. When you get a Success Club point, that is from a Shakeology Home Direct order or it's from a challenge pack. Does everybody know what a challenge pack is? Yes. Yes. Okay. So whenever you are connecting with someone and you are inviting them to your virtual online community, I say that because I feel like challenge groups get so overused these days. There's a lot of people that are coaches, and before you know it, people don't really know what a challenge group is. They hear it, they see it, but they're not really sure what it entails. So I know that whenever I am posting something, I like to kind of reword it and say like virtual community, you know, virtual fit life, you know, get them excited and wondering what we're talking about. But anyway, back to Success Club, you get a point for the Shakeology and 2 points for the challenge pack. If you're inviting, if you are posting what you're doing, if you're sharing, then there's really no way that you cannot earn a Success Club point or 2, you know, a week, a day, whatever the case is. Now, I know there's going to be some months that are slower than others. Like November, December for me were horrible. Like just everyone was, you know, spending money for Christmas, and January is usually the busiest month because everybody has a New Year's resolution to get fit. You know, they want to be healthy, they want to lose weight and stuff like that. So make it a non-negotiable for your business to earn at least 5 or 10 Success Club points every month. The reason why, it's going to benefit your business, it's going to move it along. But not only that, you earn free trips. You get to go on free cruises. They just announced the other day that they are I didn't watch the surge, Ashley. Where's this? The Punta Cana, Dominican Republic?
Yes, in Punta Cana in the Dominican. And I think there's a recording.
Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. So every year there's a new trip. This year, March, it is a cruise to Haiti and Jamaica. And I'm on the wait list right now. So it's important that if you feel that you want to go on one of these trips, when the registration opens, that you are there. It's $300 to register, but then that's all you're paying. It's free because you're earning money per Success Club point. It's usually $10 per Success Club point, I believe. Ashley, right? Yeah. This month they're doing double points. So does anybody right now have any Success Club points? Ashley, how many do you have? Heather, no. 2. So Ashley's earned double already. So if Ashley continues from now to December to hit at least Success Club 5, she's going to have $600 of spending cash as well as a free trip earned. Now, yes, she pays her $300 registration, but let's be real, like where can you and your husband go for $300 for a week, you know, all inclusive? So that's awesome. Let me get back to my screen. Let's see, I'm lost where I was at. Incentives. So sometimes, you know, like in December when it's a slower month, you have to offer an incentive maybe to close the deal. I know that I have given away bags of Shakeology before because I'm at Success Club 4 and I'm like, damn, what am I going to do to get to Success Club 5? 1 and it's almost 12 o'clock at night. I'm going to do whatever it takes. You got to think that Shakeology, you know, it is something that's expensive, but you got to think sometimes it takes money to make money. So think of it as an investment. I feel like a lot of people fail at this business because of the fact that the investment is so small and there's not a lot of loss. You have to think, like, if you're going into business with, Sammy and Ashley were business partners, okay? And I invested $100,000 and she invested $100,000. That's a big risk. That's a big loss. Like, we're going to do whatever it takes to hang on to our investment. Whereas in Beachbody, it's $150 and, you know, like, hey, so what if we fail? You know, nobody should have that mindset because so what if you fail, but what if you fly? I mean, there's so many potential things that you can get out of becoming a coach. Not only are you bettering yourself in your life, you're giving inspiration to other people. Like, you never know who you're inspiring. Like, people on your friends list, they see exactly what you're sharing and what you're doing every single day. And maybe they don't like your picture and maybe they don't comment on it. But I'll tell you from experience, like, at the salon, people will come in and they're like, oh my God, I watch your workout videos. I don't know how you do it. You know, and I'm like, really? Because you've never liked or commented one time. Like, I never even knew like I was reaching that person, but you are. So just keep on being consistent. And before you know it, you'll be at Success Club 20. Like, you just have to be consistent with whatever you do. Try and make the Success Club. Sorry, I can't freaking talk. This Invisalign has got me like, whoa. Success Club, a non-negotiable, because I'm telling you, during like a strong month, Success Club 20 might sound like a long shot, but I have put my mind to it and I've done it. So, did you just do something?
I just upgraded my account because it was going to end in like 5 minutes. So talking about investments, I just paid $15 just to keep this meeting.
Okay, so Ashley just invested in her business, so we're not going to get cut off. We're pro now. So anything that you want to add to the Success Club?
I just want, not really to Success Club, but to, one thing for Success Club is you guys are coaches. So and you're all pretty new. So once you guys start building a team of your own, if you're not hitting Success Club, don't expect the coaches that you bring onto your team to hit Success Club, because I could promise you, remember that no one's going to work harder than you when you're building a team. You're not going to find someone that's going to put in more time, more energy, and more work than yourself. So you want to just lead by example. One more thing is when Brittany said, it'll get easier and people are watching that you might not know who's watching, like how that one lady at the salon said something to you. It gets easier too with inviting. I can tell you the Success Club points that I just got. I didn't invite them. Out. Can you hear me now? I'll go in the chat. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So like Barbara, she reached out to me to do 21-day fix and Shakeology. I had plenty of other people they start messaging you. Yes, it took about like 8 months when I decided to like go full throttle with the business. So it does take time, but eventually within that like 6 month to a year mark, people start coming to you. So just keep doing what you guys are doing.
Don't get discouraged. I know that as new coaches, like Catherine and Heather, you guys are newer coaches and your business might not flourish like right off the bat. And it's so easy to get discouraged, but okay, take a step back. Look at your Facebook page, go through your last 5 posts and look at it and say, would that attract me? Because your page is your business. And I will tell you that when people are following you, if you have the same content every single day, they're not going to be intrigued. What else, Ashley, touch on what else do you think with that? Because I feel like I see a lot, not necessarily you guys, but coaches that post repetitive things all of the time. You know,
yeah,
it's not a good thing.
Yeah. So I would just, we want to make sure we're posting that 3 to 5 times a day. But like Britt said, break up your content. You don't have to, if you're posting like your workout. Can you hear me?
A little bit. It just keeps going in and out.
I'm going to do it in the chat.
That's fine. It's never done this before. It's so weird.
I think it's because Anthony moved. My computer used to be over there, and my modem's
your internet.
And now I'm far from it, so I'm going to move it back later. Every day.
If you guys are posting your workouts every day, share different wording. Yeah. Talk about it differently, how you feel, etc. Yeah, talk about how it makes you feel. Like if I have been struggling this month, I have had a lot going on and haven't been, doing my vitals like I should, and it takes a toll on you, but your business also. Like my business has really slowed down because of that. Like, people aren't seeing the same content that they were seeing 3 months ago, and they're probably wondering like, I wonder if Brittany's fallen off the wagon because she's not been posting. And you know what? I haven't been doing everything that I should be doing. But, I mean, life happens to some of us sometimes. So post about it. Like later on today, I'm going to have to make a post about that. Address what's going on in your life. Like if you're struggling, let it out. Let somebody know, because you never know who's going through the same thing, like that's, Ashley shares her stories sometimes with cancer and living with cancer and, different things like that. And there's probably somebody out there that is going through the same struggle like I hooked up Ashley with my cousin, Mallory, who she's living with cancer right now. And now Mallory looks up to Ashley for, you know, like tips on her, like nutrition. She sees that she's working out every day. Like she relates to her. So whatever's going on in your life, like share it, because there's somebody out there going through the same struggle. So don't be scared.
I think I'm stable. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Anybody have any questions or input on any of the topics that we're talking about? It's hard to talk to a silent screen. And when we're slowing down on your business, we are doing people a huge disservice. Yes. No. Shannon, no questions? Absolutely none? Come on, dig deep. Heather, calling you out, sister. Come on. Yeah, unmute. My back is hurting. Catherine, unmute yourself.
Did you just unmute me?
I unmuted everybody. Heather, I'm unmuting you too. Don't mute yourselves.
Hi.
I was going to ask about incentives. For us coaches who are just starting, like Brittany, you said you gave away a bag of Shakeology, but obviously we don't have a surplus of that starting. So what would you suggest to do as incentives instead?
I have done like a $25 gift card to like Victoria's Secret, a gift card to like Massage Envy, something that would entice you. Like, okay, so I know that I'm not the only one that shops at Victoria's Secret, and when they have like the free socks or the free blanket or whatever, like you want to spend that to get it, you know? So something that's going to entice them and be worth it. Like, okay, so you may offer $25 to join your challenge group, but like somebody's thinking, okay, so I'm going to spend $140 for the Shakeology and the workout, but what would like really seal the deal? You know what I mean? Like you got to think of something that is of value. Like I'm not saying a bag of Shakeology. I just have had a couple bags before that were extra, so that's what I've given. But just something, you know, like your favorite perfume roller ball. Like if you go to Ulta and they have those little roller balls that are like $25, like they have Coach or Gucci Guilty, like, you know, something like that. Just something that is of value that people would like. That's what I've done. Ashley, what about you? Workout gear. Who knows?
Yeah, I shared, like I had the extra fiber. Oh, I don't know who that is. It's not me. I shared the Shakeology fiber with people before because I had a bunch of those laying around. And I also give out like the packets of Shakeology before too.
Yeah, I've done the E&E, and apparently they're coming out with Energize packets soon.
They are, yeah.
The performance line, the Energize is the pre-workout, and that's a really good thing to, you know, give us samples too. If you're not already buying Shakeology packets, that's a good idea for anybody that wants to try it. Or, you know, if you're sending somebody, you know, like send them an extra week of Shakeology, you know, something like that.
Shannon, do you have any questions? Because I know you're pretty new, so.
You're breaking up.
Ashley, wah, wah. Okay, Heather, did you think of anything?
My question is when we sit there and we go invite, you know, potential clients or coaches or whatever to say the challenge groups, or even if they connect with us and ask us about one of their programs, and you sit there and you respond and you're talking to them and you send them info, and then all of a sudden like nothing, and you send them a message to follow up.
Info, I mean.
Huh?
Breadcrumb the info. Don't give them enough info to where they don't have to come back to you. So what I like to do is instead of giving them all of the answers, what I've done is I've created a form on woofu.com, and I say, to get to know your goals a little bit better, I would like to have you fill out this form, and we can go from there and see what would be best for you according to your goals. That way, whenever you already have all that information, it's telling you, I'll send you my form, but it tells you what meals they're eating, what they're drinking, how active they are, how much time they have to work out, things like that. So whenever they tell you, okay, well, that's not going to work for me, you're already going to know, okay, well, P90X is an hour long and I only have 30 minutes to work out. Or I don't have $140 to invest. Okay, well, that's whenever I would suggest Beachbody On Demand, because it's $2.99 a week. And maybe they want to try Shakeology and they've never tried it before. So the Shakeology sampler, it's less than $30. Right. They try every single flavor. So there's always an avenue to take. But I feel that whenever you're inviting and stuff like that, get to know them, start asking questions. Don't just dig right into asking them to join your challenge group. If it's a cold invite, if it's somebody that you don't know, you haven't connected with, just, hey girl, I just wanted to say hi. I know that we just became Facebook friends. I saw that we had a lot of friends in common. That's what I would do to somebody that I just added. Anytime I've just added them, I reach out to them and say, hey girl, I saw that we had a lot of friends in common. Just wanted to shoot you a message, something like that. And that way they're already, they're seeing my face, and now they're probably going to start seeing my posts because I've reached out to them. That algorithm, that's where that comes into play.
Right. Okay.
Hang on. Ashley was sending me a text. Okay. Personal volume. Do any of you guys know about this? Ashley, did you just send me this? Okay. Personal volume. You know that to stay active as a coach, you have to have 50 personal volume points, okay, at least. If you want to hit Success Club, then you need to have an order of Shakeology on Home Direct, or 90 PV Home Direct for Emerald coaches. Is it 50 PV and the Home Direct, Ashley, for?
Yeah. You could, because, well, 50.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
I can hear you. Can you hear me or no? I'll put it in the chat.
Yes. It's 50 for it to be active, but the confusion to me comes with the Shakeology because it's 90.
Well, you're going to get that 50 anyways from your 90 PV order.
Right. Okay. So
that's covered anyways with that. But
make sure that you at least have an order of 50 personal volume points per month. Okay.
Or else you're not active.
Yes. If you're inactive, then that's no bueno. Make sure that you have the 50 personal volume points. I will tell you that Shakeology is 90. So if you don't want to do Shakeology, you could do like some pre-workout and maybe something in the performance line, but make sure that you have it on Home Direct. Okay. Whatever it is, make sure that it's on Home Direct. And you can go in your Team Beachbody and you can change your order. You can call customer service. You can email them. It's very easy to change that monthly. I also like to do sometimes, like if I don't need Shakeology and I'm keeping just myself active, I like to order like the Fixate cookbook with like the 21-day fix containers. Catherine, those are really good prizes too. Something, an incentive for something that somebody can use in one of your groups. Something that they don't additionally want to buy. Maybe a tub of the focused energy or the digestive health, things like that. You can have and give away too.
Yeah, exactly. Barbara had a question.
If, say, somebody buys Shakeology, they don't like it, they send it back. Does that affect the commission that you make off of it?
Yes.
And your personal and your points.
And your points. Okay.
Yep. You could potentially go inactive if you don't have your own order on HD, because you'll be negative 90 points.
And that only happened to me once. And it was recently. It hasn't happened to me ever. Somebody returned it. The girl didn't like it first. She ordered it from a different coach. She wanted to order it again. I said, if you don't like it, don't order it. Just get the 21-day fix. Don't get the challenge pack. She didn't listen. She ordered it, and she had to wind up sending it back. So very rarely, very rarely happens.
Ashley, we can't hear you. Okay, so basically, the way it works is if you ever have a return, it will affect your volume, and that's what we're talking about right now. Make sure that you are active no matter what it takes, even if it's just 50 personal volume points. That doesn't take much. That's easy to do. I think that we have something that Lindsay sent us, Ashley, that has the breakdown of the points that we can share with you guys, so you know what points are what. But I feel like I was just about to say something and I freaking forgot. Points, personal volume, active status. What else, Ashley? Okay. Does everybody understand the whole active and inactive and the volume and the commission? Oh, I did want to touch on something really quick. Okay, so Catherine had recently reached out to me about somebody reaching out to her wanting to be in her challenge group, but they had bought from another coach, and now the coach a couple days later is not really doing anything. So that coach had pretty much been a salesperson and not a coach. So I told her, I said, okay, well, what you'll need to do is refer that person back to their coach. If they come back to you and say, I've reached out to them, they haven't responded, or, they're not taking action. Make a meal plan, how to, evolve into this new lifestyle. So this is the way that we are paid. So that's why I was telling Catherine that don't look at it like you're stealing from somebody else, but that person is now given up on her challenger. So it's now Catherine's paycheck. Do you understand what I mean? Like, I don't want you guys to think that it's okay to just go and take another coach's challenger or paycheck or anything like that. But it is important when you are doing all the work and not being compensated for it. That makes sense. Does everybody unmute yourself? Let's unmute you. I don't know how to unmute everybody.
I'm unmuting.
Okay. You guys understand what I mean by that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, whenever you guys are inviting people, newer coaches, this is really important. Make sure that the first thing that you guys are talking about is, have you ever worked with a body coach before, or are you currently working with one? And if they say yes to either of those questions, usually they will, they'll go a little bit deeper and tell you, yes, I used to, but she's not doing Beachbody anymore, or yes, but I'm not getting enough support from her. If that's the case, then maybe tell her, okay, well, maybe just reach out to her one more time. Always refer them back to their coach if they're currently working with someone. If they're not, if they're 10 months ago and they haven't heard from that person, then that's a little bit different. Then you can have them either call or email coaching and have them switch to you as their coach, or just send them an email and say, hey, I want to have Catherine Moore 00566 as my coach. And then you can go from there. But I do want to stress that it's important to refer them back to their coach before you start.
All right. Anyone have any other questions? If not, Let us know.
No.
No?
All right, Ashley, you're telling
I'll go
Anthony to
ahead.
put that dang computer back to where it was before.
I'm not going to put it in the middle because I like it in like a corner now, but I'm going to put it a lot wall back there.
Yes.
So I'm so sorry, guys, that it was like shitty.
It's okay.
I'll go ahead and I'll end this meeting and I'll post the slides in our team.
Okay.
Bye, guys. Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye.